Hi and thanks for watching my video. It's always really appreciated. I mean, I do make these videos for you anyway. If you do enjoy it, please take the time to scroll down and hit the like button, and maybe, if you feel inclined, you could even subscribe. Okay, so let's do this. Mel Gerard Gibson is a famous actor, producer, director and screenwriter. He's 5'9" tall and weighs around 185 pounds, with blue eyes and dark brown hair, which is obviously well on the way to being grey. Now, according to Celebrity Net Worth, his value is a cool $425 million. That's not surprising, seeing as he's been one of the most successful actors and directors in the world during his career. Mel Gibson was born on January 3rd, 1956, in Peekskill, New York. His father, Hutton Gibson, was a writer, and his mother, Anne Patricia Riley, was a housewife. The family moved to his grandmother's native country of Australia when Mel was 12 years old. Gibson comes from a large family of siblings, including former actor Donald Gibson, who was born in 1958. He married dental nurse Robin Moore in 1980, saying, "One day I'm going to divorce that woman." And he did, in 2011. Mel's current girlfriend is Rosalind Ross, who is 35 years younger than him. Having come from a large family, Mel also has lots of children himself. 7 sons and 2 daughters, no less. Twins Christian and Edward Gibson were born in 1982. Christian is an actor, and Edward a furniture maker. William was born in 1985, and film director Lewis was born in 1988. Actor Milo came along in 1990, and Thomas was born in 1999. His youngest son, Lars Gerard Gibson, was born in 2017, and is to his current girlfriend Rosalind. Mel's eldest daughter Hannah was born in 1980 and is a makeup artist. Lucia Gibson, his daughter with Oksana Grigorieva, was born in 2009. Mel is another island-owning celebrity. This time it's Mago Island in Fiji. He also owns a 400-acre ranch in Costa Rica, a beautiful house in Malibu, as well as some properties in Australia. His car collection is pretty big and goes from the sublime to the ridiculous, starting with a Smart 42, 6 Mercs, a CL, an S500, C-Class, ML320, 500E, and an ML320 AMG, a Lexus L2, a Toyota Land Cruiser, Bentley Arnage, BMW, Porsche 968, Maserati Quattroporte, and an old Chevy Silverado. Gibson's divorce from Robin Moore was finalised in December 2011, and with a settlement of over $400 million, was said to be the highest in Hollywood history at the time. It's possibly an understatement to say that Gibson has a history of controversy, but he was blacklisted from Hollywood for almost a decade, and the 2017 movie Hacksaw Ridge was seen as something of a comeback for him. Mel won 2 Academy Awards for Braveheart, Best Director and Best Screenplay. He also won a Golden Globe in the Best Director category for the same movie. And now we come to those top 10 movies. Even considering the movies he starred in, that divorce settlement must have been a blow to his bank balance. In 10th place is one of those amazingly successful franchise action movies, The Expendables 3. It made just over $30 million in the United States, and went on to gross almost $215 million worldwide. Gibson was joined by a galaxy of stars including Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Jet Li and Antonio Banderas. Filmed in Bucharest, Romania, with a budget of around $80 million, the movie was directed by Patriot, produced by Lionsgate, and released in the USA on August 17, 2014.
It can't be.
What company?
You gonna shoot these guys or what?
What's the holdup? She's dead.
Who's dead? Stonebanks.
Barney, Christmas and the rest of the team come face to face with Conrad Stonebanks, who years ago co-founded the Expendables with Barney. Stonebanks subsequently became a ruthless arms trader and someone who Barney was forced to kill, or so he thought. Stonebanks, who eluded death once before, now is making it his mission to end the Expendables. But Barney has other plans. Barney decides that he has to fight old blood with new, and brings in a new era of Expendable team members, recruiting individuals who are younger, faster, and more tech savvy. The latest mission becomes a clash of classic old school style versus high-tech expertise. At number 9 comes the iconic Scottish history drama, Braveheart. Co-starring Sophie Marceau, Brian Cox, James Cosmo, Angus McFadden and more. The movie grossed over $75 million in the United States and went on to reach more than $215 million worldwide. Filmed in Glencoe, Scotland, on a budget of around $70 million, the movie was directed by Mel Gibson himself, produced by Icon Entertainment International, and released in the USA on May 28, 1995.
Scotland. My land.
And the woman he loved.
I want a home and shelter. It's all for nothing if you don't have freedom.
He was driven to war.
Go back to England and tell them there that Scotland's daughters and her sons are yours no more.
William Wallace is a Scottish rebel who leads an uprising against the cruel English ruler Edward the Longshanks, who wishes to inherit the crown of Scotland for himself. When he was a boy, William Wallace's father and brother, along with many others, lost their lives trying to free Scotland. Once he loses another of his loved ones, William Wallace begins his long quest to make Scotland free once and for all, along with the assistance of Robert the Bruce. Next, we have another action-packed historical drama, The Patriot. Here, Mel teams up with Heath Ledger, Jolie Richardson, Jason Isaacs, Chris Cooper, and many others. The movie grossed close to $115 million at the box office, and went on to surpass $215 million worldwide. With a filming budget of $110 million, the movie was based in Rock Hill, South Carolina, was directed by Roland Emmerich, produced by Columbia Pictures, and released on July 2nd, 2000.
I'll fire first. Start with the officers.
We don't know when or where they're going to strike.
Where'd you learn all that riding shooting?
My father taught me. How many were there?
Maybe one.
One man. Sounds more like a ghost than a man.
This ghost, bring him to me.
How many men does Cornwallis have under his command?
It is 1776 in colonial South Carolina. Benjamin Martin, a French Indian war hero who is haunted by his past, now wants nothing more than to live peacefully on his small plantation, and wants no part of a war with the most powerful nation in the world, Great Britain. Meanwhile, his two eldest sons, Gabriel and Thomas, can't wait to enlist in the newly formed Continental Army. When South Carolina decides to join the rebellion against England, Gabriel immediately signs up to fight, without his father's permission. At number 7, we come to the second movie in Mel's most successful franchise, Lethal Weapon 2. With Mel playing the role of Detective Sergeant Riggs, he's joined by Danny Glover, Joe Pesci, Patsy Kensit and Dean Norris. This instalment of the franchise was filmed in Los Angeles, California, with a budget of around $28 million. Lethal Weapon 2 was directed by Richard Donner, produced by Warner Brothers, and released in the USA on July 9, 1989. The movie grossed more than $145 million domestically, and close to $230 million worldwide.
Meanie, Hey, sorry, Adolf.
Pick him up with your hands.
Big smile. Big smile.
Riggs and Murtaugh are trying to take down some drug dealers, but they turn out not to be run-of-the-mill perps. They have automatic weapons and helicopters. Eventually, they grab one of their vehicles and find $1 million worth of gold coins in the trunk. Later, Murtaugh is threatened by the men they're pursuing. That's when the captain reassigns them to protect a man named Leo Getz, who is supposed to testify in a big case. When they get to where Leo is, someone tries to kill him, and that's when they learn he laundered $500 million worth of drug money. Next comes the conclusion of the franchise, Lethal Weapon 4. Once again, Mel is joined by his long-suffering partner Danny Glover, and Joe Pesci. Rene Russo and Chris Rock also star in this one. In the USA, the box office gross for Lethal Weapon 4 was more than $130 million, and worldwide it totaled around $285 million. Again directed by Richard Donner, the movie was filmed in Las Vegas, Nevada, with a budget of around $140 million. It was produced by Warner Brothers and released in the USA on July 12, 1998.
Hey Riggs, who's the perp? What'd you bust him for?
Oh, I'm a perp? Oh, you see a young brother in the back of a police car, automatically I'm a perp? Look at my suit. Look at my tie. What do I look like, the fucking Crips accountant? Look at this badge, bitch. Check out the gun.
Okay, okay, hey, okay, put the gun down,
License, registration.
Okay.
Urine sample.
In the combustible action franchise's final installment, Maverick detectives Martin Riggs and Roger Murtaugh square off against Asian mobster Hua Sing-koo, who's up to his neck in slave trading and counterfeit currency. With help from gumshoe Leo Getz and smart-aleck rookie cop Lee Butters, Riggs and Murtaugh aim to take down Koo and his gang. And number 5 is a movie where Mel really only has a cameo appearance, along with a few others, at the request of the debut director. It's Casper. The actual cast list for Casper included Bill Pullman, Christina Ricci, Kathy Moriarty and Eric Idle. It was filmed in Rockport, Maine, with a budget of around $50 million. The debut director I mentioned was Brad Silberling. It was produced by Universal Pictures and released in the USA on May 28, 1995.
Hi?
Furious that her late father only willed her his gloomy-looking mansion rather than his millions, Carrigan Crittenden is ready to burn the place to the ground when she discovers a map to treasure hidden in the house. But when she enters the rickety mansion to seek her claim, she's frightened away by a wicked wave of ghosts. Determined to get her hands on this hidden fortune, she hires afterlife therapist Dr. James Harvey to exorcise the ghosts from the mansion. Harvey and his daughter Kat move in, and soon Kat meets Casper, the ghost of a young boy who's the friendliest ghost you know. And next we have the kidnapping movie Ransom. Co-starring Gary Sinise, Rene Russo, Donnie Wahlberg and Evan Handler, Ransom was filmed in Bergen County, New Jersey, with a budget of around $80 million. It was directed by Ron Howard, produced by Touchstone Pictures, and released on November 10th, 1996. The domestic box office revenue surpassed $135 million, and reached almost $310 million worldwide.
Not one penny. Instead, I'm offering this money as a reward on your head. Dead or alive, it doesn't matter. So congratulations, you've just become a $2 million lottery ticket. Except the odds are much, much better. Do you know anyone that wouldn't turn you in for $2 million?
Tom Mullen is a millionaire. He built his fortune by working hard. Along the way, he learned how to play the game. He has a great family, but one day his son is kidnapped. He's willing to pay the ransom, but decides to call in the FBI, who manage to go into his home secretly. When he goes to make the drop, something goes wrong, so the kidnapper calls him again and reschedules it. On the way, Mullen decides not to go and appears on TV, saying that the ransom he was going to give to the kidnapper is now a bounty on the kidnapper's head. The number 3 position is the third movie in the franchise we've already seen. It's Lethal Weapon 3. Once again we see Danny Glover, Joe Pesci and Rennie Russo, with Stuart Wilson joining them. As with the others, the movie was directed by Richard Donner in Orlando, Florida, with a budget of $35 million. As before, it was produced by Warner Brothers and released in the USA on May 17, 1992, grossing nearly $145 million domestically and topping $320 million worldwide.
I'm cutting away. Snip. See? All done. Raj. Yeah. Grab the cat. Grab the cat.
Get back! Take back!
Archetypal buddy cops Riggs and Murtaugh are back for another round of high-stakes action. This time setting their collective sights on bringing down a former Los Angeles police lieutenant turned black market weapons dealer. Lorna Cole joins as the beautiful yet hard-nosed internal affairs sergeant who catches Riggs' eye. At number 2, we find the rom-com What Women Want. Male stars alongside Helen Hunt, Alan Alda, Ashley Johnson and Lauren Holly. Directed in Los Angeles, California by Nancy Meyers, with a budget of around $70 million, the movie was produced by Paramount Pictures and released on December 17, 2000. In the USA, the movie managed to gross more than $180 million, with the worldwide figure reaching almost $375 million.
Your cab, sir.
Thank you, Flo.
You're welcome, my little sweet buns.
What did you say?
Me? Nothing.
I will hear what women think.
Whoa, lighten up in that aftershave, buddy.
I'm talking personal, private stuff. The stuff that nobody on earth is...
Advertising executive Nick Marshall is as cocky as they come. But what happens to a chauvinistic guy when he can suddenly hear what women are thinking? Nick gets passed over for a promotion, but after an accident enables him to hear women's thoughts, he puts his newfound talent to work against Darcy, his new boss, who seems to be infatuated with him. And finally, the number 1 slot is held by the weird and wonderful alien thriller Signs. Filmed in Doylestown, Pennsylvania with a budget of $70 million, the movie was directed by M. Night Shyamalan and co-stars Joaquin Phoenix, Rory Culkin, Abigail Breslin and Cherry Jones. Signs was produced by Touchstone Pictures and was released on August 4, 2002. Mel Gibson's top-grossing movie made almost $230 million in the USA and close to $410 million worldwide. That makes it a worthy chart topper, I think.
Move, children! Vámonos!
Preacher Graham Hess loses his faith in God after his wife dies in a brutal car accident. He lives with his children and brother in a farmhouse. Crop circles start to appear in their cornfields. Graham dismisses them as mischief by miscreants. After hearing strange noises and watching news coverage on crop circles appearing all over the world, the family grows suspicious of alien activities. Now they must stick together as a family and believe, to survive and escape the ordeal. Now remember, these are Mel's top grossing movies. I'm sure there are some others that people think should have been on that list. Let me know in the comments if there are any Mel Gibson movies that you love but were not in his top 10.